In this episode, we're slamming things to the floor, showcasing 5 ultimate lowriders that know how to get down.
I went to the shop for that color change, and this happened.
I don't know many other children with real cars, and I think I'm lucky.
We've got beauties that bounce.
It's the expression of oneself.
Sick style for miles.
We tried to create something new. I think we have succeeded.
The mural that is on the hood, that's me.
And rides ramping up the records.
I see engineering, craftsmanship, and detail.
There's no doubt these heavily modified masterpieces are in a class of their own.
This is the ultimate ride because it kicks ass.
What do you do when disaster strikes?
The perfect score was a 3-time Lowrider Magazine show winner. And on our 3rd title, Coming Home, we were cut off and the car was totaled. All the club members came over and they all said, "Chris, you need to come out and do something to honor the perfect score." That's when the final score was born, in honor of the perfect score.
This is Final Score. A $500,000 award-winning lowrider.
When I look at the final score, I see engineering, craftsmanship, and detail.
Officially crowned Lowrider of the Year in 2018, Final Score is pinpoint perfection in every single way. Chris had the original Chevrolet Impala for 20 years before pulling the covers off, dusting it down, and completely transforming it into an award-winning ride. To build a lowrider this perfect, boy, there's a lot of sacrifice. But the Final Score has been worth the pain.
A lot of people didn't take fair to it when it first came out. They were like, what is this? This doesn't look good. What are the colors they're mixing? But a couple years it went by, and now you start to see a lot of people starting to entertain all these different colors.
Wait until you see the detail on this baby.
So we got right here a custom mural, car club plaque here, ostrich skin in here, custom steering wheel knobs match, and they're all gold leaf. Custom floor mats, if you look, and the custom gas pedal.
Brother, this ride is repping some crazy color schemes, and the lines just wrap around this lovable lowrider.
That was a big deal to make that dash blend into the hood.
We have our custom panels flowing through here as well. So as you can see, if I were to close the store, the graphics flow from this panel on this side all the way throughout, as it does for the rest of the car.
And if you think these dudes have forgotten under the hood, think again. Open up this baby and it just gets better and better.
The whole engine's engraved to match, painted to match, pinstripe, everything. So here we continue with the hydraulic setup, which is actually our shop specialty. My dad's specialty as well. He's a master hardliner.
Another big part of this hydraulic system is having everything labeled.
There's so much custom parts on this. I want to say, what were we up to last time when we counted? Like, probably close to 600 custom machine parts in this car alone.
Man, this car may be too pretty to take out on the road.
Sometimes it's kind of hard to take that type of car out that's been done to its caliber. This gets everyone's heads turning when it comes out. So, you know, if you go into a busy area, it's gonna grab a lot of attention. So during the 3-year period, when it won its 3 titles, we weren't taking the car on the street because, you know, any nicks or bruises that get on it can, you know, will not show well when you're in the show. Now that the car has been retired, it's been out to about 4 different functions. So it has gotten a fair share of a little wear and tear lately, but it is a minimum.
You gotta enjoy all your hard work, brother.
Because, you know, all the time and effort that you put into it, you know, after winning the 3 titles for Lowrider Magazine, you know, getting behind the wheel and actually, you know, driving what you created, it feels really good. When would I ever stop building lowriders? I think I have tried to stop.
There ain't nothing final about the final score. This bird's gonna fly forever. From a priceless prize winner to a bouncing baby. Lowriders. Badass cars, usually driven by hardcore badass dudes. And no one is more badass than this next owner. Saul, an 11-year-old boy from England.
I'm Saul Archer, and this is my lowrider Honda Civic EF.
Man, you're one lucky kid. This is a teenage dream. This father-son duo been thinking ahead, and if you're gonna have a first car, brother, make it a lowrider.
Saul's role in the design was build something that he could potentially drive, so small, inexpensive. It was never about picking a colour as such, it was about making it pop.
Pete and Saul bought a standard 91 Honda Civic online, determined to get it all straight, fit some hydraulics, add wire wheels, and finish it in a badass paint job. A lowrider is an expression of yourself, and Saul put in the time to prep a ride ready for him being road legal. For now, Dad's the driver and Saul's the star of the show, operating the mechanics and bouncing this beauty into the scene.
You could be driving it to the shops into town, or you could be at a show like this. It always turns heads because of what it looks like. As soon as you start playing with the switches, I think it baffles people more than anything else.
I don't know many other children with real cars, and I think I'm lucky.
It's not just somebody's kid at a show. He feels like he's part of everybody else. So apart from not being able to drive it, but everybody else is driving around in cars, and this is so-and-so's car, and that's so-and-so's car. Now he's got that car for himself.
So half of them don't believe me.
Yeah, well, it is hard to believe, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
But they'll believe it when they see you driving it, that's the answer.
Yeah.
But this lowrider's born to bounce, and although he can't drive the car, Saul's smashing the switches for this crazy ride.
My dad will usually drive it up to a show, and we will take out the switch box and start playing with it until it breaks.
I get you, brother.
The basic ones are front, back, side to side, the seesaw.
Turn them off. The car's totally rigid, no shocks, no springs, so it's good for fast moves. And if you want to drive it, turn those accumulators on, and it's like an inline shock absorber.
Today's event is the Ipswich Festival of Wheels.
There ain't no party like a lowrider party.
Seeing him stood in front of a crowd of people with that switch box and smashing it around, I get flashbacks of me being that kid who was new to lowriding, smashing a car about in front of all these old-timers. It's great.
Saul's Sweet Civic is a British beauty. This father and son duo have built a special ride, and I'm sure when Saul's 17, he'll be bouncing solo.
Incredible.
From a child-owned Civic to a working work of art. Man, this next ride will blow your mind. If you're trucking sand and cement, then brother, you want to do it in style. And over in Finland, these guys are rocking up at the depot and turning heads all at the same time. This is the lowrider truck. This award-winning, completely customized Mercedes show truck is the pride of the fleet at Unveil Trucking.
Well, everything here is custom made, lots of shiny stainless steel, like what you can see in lowrider cars. We try to create something new and awesome looking. I think we have succeeded on that one.
Unveil and his Mercedes Atros 2663 lowrider truck are picking up awards all over the place. And it's not surprising when this top-of-the-range truck took 6,000 hours of crazy customization. But although this beautiful big rig may look the part, it's still grinding the gears, working across the Finnish countryside every day distributing powdered goods. After 2,500 hours of awesome airbrushing, this trucking piece of art was ready for life on the road.
So everything here is handmade. You cannot buy these from any store. Of course, you have these spoke wheels in the lowrider car, but you cannot have those normally for the truck, so we have to create something our own, 100% handmade, and nobody else has them, and I think it's looking awesome. We have tried to modify almost everything, more horns, more sound, so people can notice us.
This long but luxury lowrider took a year to complete, but man, it is gleaming in chrome.
Lots of details on it, fenders, everything from aluminum. We have a nice piece of stainless steel parts, all handcrafted. Handmade side skirts from stainless steel. It's a safety feature also, but we have just made it look really nice. We're recreating something new all the time, and of course challenging ourselves building those parts.
But brother, this truck isn't designed to just be sitting pretty. This baby wants to work.
Work we do with the truck is we deliver industrial powders like cement, ash for companies in the Helsinki area. Plan for today is drive to the west coast, then load up cement and bring that to our customer. We drive about 250 to 500 miles every day. Of course, the truck is hard to keep clean and that way, but we try to do our best and be careful when loading and unloading.
They thought of everything with this lowrider. It even drops 4 inches with hydraulics for that full lowrider look.
Coolest truck in the world.
The team have built a large lowrider at the top of its game. I can't wait to see what's next from this Finnish family. From award-winning trucking to family fun. Our next ride ain't blending in with local traffic. Fully customized, chromed out, reshaped, reupholstered, and green. Very green. This is Green Envy. Oh, brother. Originally a pickup with a purpose, Green Envy was pulling trailers full of car show rides, but now has become a masterpiece itself. Having had new suspension, new bodywork, new paint, and new interior, this complete customization don't come cheap. Jose and Rosia have splashed over $90,000 to get this lowrider show-worthy, but their prized possession started with a simple idea.
Everything started with just a color change. She was just a simple 08 GMC Sierra, and it went to the shop for that color change, and this happened.
That's one hell of a color change.
We started sharing ideas, me and my wife.
I did help Jose with the design because this is a vision that Jose and I have.
Family fun? Now that's what I'm talking about.
Engraving is handmade, triple chrome.
The airbrush, I love the way that it come out for Green Envy, all custom from the ground up.
So with all that work, what's this baby packing?
Horsepower, I got no idea. I gotten up to 85, 90 miles, which I don't like too much because I like to cruise.
Okay, I hear you, brother.
I just wanted to build Green Envy without no aspects of how fast it was gonna go. The priority was mainly into building a show vehicle.
Bling bling, this is a serious showpiece.
We love Terra Girl so much that we decided to do all the little inserts.
Remember, you put me to work on that. I need some edge in there. All right, I'll make it happen.
We need to make it fancy.
Yeah, I put enough glue where it's not going anywhere.
Dude, you know what they say, happy wife, happy life.
The mural that is on the hood on Green Envy, that's me.
Oh, Rosio.
I also say, he's like, yeah, that's you. It's like, why do I pick a different model if I have one at home? I mean, it makes me feel so good.
Jose, you're making us look bad, man.
When I see the fiberglass speaker box and the center console, it was huge.
It rocks in here, right?
It does.
It's pretty loud, yeah.
Pretty loud.
We love it.
For the interior, we decided to go with simple. In the back, we have leather and suede, but we still keep this space for the kids so they can do their own thing. You have to have some of my touch. The pedals, same thing as the steering wheel. They all have the little crystals in there, placed by hand.
My favorite part of the car is everything.
Green Envy is an amazing truck. You cannot see any truck exactly the same as Green Envy.
I say, to me, Green Envy is worth a lot just because how we be building the memories with our family. It's worth a lot to me.
Rides and family are priceless, but making your neighbors green with envy, that's just the icing on the cake, brother. From going green to dancing queen. Time to find your dancing shoes, as these next rides put the D-I-S-C-O in lowriders. These babies are the famous Hoppo's lowrider dancing trucks.
We're in Ontario, California at Hoppo's Custom Suspension Works. We have been operating for over 30 years. My dad, he's the original owner, and we're just kind of following in his footsteps now. What we do is we manufacture the product for the dancing beds, we do the hydraulics, the cylinders, all the pumps, the components for all that. Dancing bed is the bed of the truck going up in what they call a dancing motion. So you got a tilt back, you got diamond, which is left side, diamond right side, and you got reverse dump. And you'll see very specific stuff across these trucks to where you look at it and you probably wouldn't, nowadays you wouldn't even catch it as a custom item, but back in late 80s and early 90s, that was like the thing to have. It's an expression of oneself, but at the same time, everyone's competing with someone else at the same time too. Well, mini trucks you're gonna find pretty much all over the world, but it is very strong in the Southern California region.
If you want to bring some disco tunes to your local parking lot, these guys have it covered.
My name's Jose, this is my wife Bertha. Her truck is a 1985 hot pink king cab. She wanted a truck, bought her a truck. She wanted a pink, so we looked through pinks and we found a House of Color hot pink pearl, which we like.
A pink paint job for pure pleasure.
She wanted hearts in the interior to match the lace in the paint job. So we got hearts, had them embroidered, found a way of doing it. Old school tube grill that I found at a pick-apart, had it redone, re-chromed, put it on.
Brother, you haven't left anything out. Bed dancing was one of the stranger trends to come out of the 1980s. People would take small pickups, install the bed on hydraulics, and dance away with impressive turnout. And these guys at Hoppo's have taken it to another level, slamming these dancers to the floor, the ultimate entertaining lowrider.
From getting it running right, took about 2 years to do. The paint job itself, it's about $10,000. $1,600 for the mural. Interior, $3,000. Hydraulics, $5,000. All the chroming involved, $4,000.
These rides are big bucks, and they've always had a big fan base.
Every guy's dream that was in the 80s, this is what everyone wanted, was dancing beds.
And even today, these Californian collectors love their lowriders.
This is the ultimate ride because it kicks ass.
People always see our trucks at car shows and they always have a smile on their faces. I really don't want to say the price because my wife's standing next to me.
I have enjoyed this truck like it's not tomorrow.
What does it for me is when we participate in parades and seeing the little kids' faces. It's like a transformer to them. A lot of compliments. People love the color. People love the graphics. They love the mural. They love the hydraulics. It's fun. It's definitely fun.
Bed dancing, a craze that brings style and smiles to the streets of America. Those lowriders were bouncing, and they got the crowd bouncing too. I call that pure entertainment on wheels. Amen to that. We'll see you next time on Ultimate Rides.